All 5-year-old Ibrahim knows as he went to sleep in his Spider-Man suit and woke up in a nightmare. Now he's in a hospital bed, grandparents at his side. Ibrahim and Teba's father among the dead, the many victims of a toxic cloud which enveloped their village yesterday, breathing in the poisonous gases as they slept.
My grandchildren were sleeping. Everyone woke up to a loud noise. They went outside, and that's when they came across the chemical attack. They just fell to the floor and died.
World leaders arriving here in Brussels this morning have seen attacks in Syria time and again. Many in no doubt who is behind this latest atrocity.
I've seen absolutely nothing to suggest that, or rather to lead us to think that it is anything but the regime.
I called out to the UN chief Antonio Guterres. Was this attack a test of the UN's resolve?
I don't think we need to classify if it is a test or not. Everything we do is a test to a certain extent. This is a moment of truth.
With every attack in Syria, the words grow ever stronger, but they're essentially the same. Condemnation of yet another atrocity, calls for an investigation, and warnings of a price to pay. But time and again, it's Syrian civilians who continue to pay the heaviest price of all. Russia says the Syrian military did carry out an airstrike. But its military spokesman said they struck what he called a terrorist warehouse with an arsenal of toxic substances. A weapons expert told the BBC the chemicals were most probably dropped from the air.
The claim is rather implausible. If a facility on the ground was hit by munitions dropped from the air, you would get other materials as well as the particularly poisonous materials being spread. There have been accidents in production plants in the past before chemical weapons were banned. These haven't produced the same sort of spread of materials as we're seeing here. So this leads me, on the evidence that we can see so far, to believe this poison was from weapons dropped from the air.
This horrific attack is the deadliest Syria has seen in 4 years. The world said then that President Assad had to give up all his chemical weapons. But it's clear, Syria is still a country with the worst kind of weapons and the will to use them. Lyse, Doucet, BBC News, Brussels.